interesting video for you, or live stream today. So thank you so much as people are jumping on. I want to explain a live stream I did the other day, yesterday, about I'm leaving. And it was about, I think a lot of people dove in and they didn't understand what was going on because they saw the live stream halfway through and they read the title and didn't understand what I was talking about. That I'd just taken a leave of absence from my job and had to take a leap of faith to be able to take care of some family issues that are going on, and and it was really hard for me to make that leap. And I'm about to make another leap. We're going to talk about cars here in a second, but I wanted to explain that and clear that up. Um, to take care of family in this time, to prepare for big things that are coming, but also to really keep things together, your family together, your family, health wise, all that kind of stuff that's going on in life. And sometimes life just hits us and bombards us, and we have to make really difficult decisions. And for me, that was taking a step back and having to leave my position for a leave of absence, an extended leave of absence, to be able to take care of real things at home. And it was tough for me. So I wanted to make sure that that was clear. Um, but I've decided to me and Mrs. Ninja and I, Mrs. Ninja had the idea first, actually, and so we've decided to sell a car. And I know it sounds funny. Why would you do a video about this? Who cares? And I'm going to explain what kind of car and my decision making here. And if I get time, I'll try and find the photo of my old Ferrari replica I've told you guys stories about before. I'll try and make that the thumbnail rather than this crazy mug, um, because it tells a story. That's part of the story. So, something I have to admit about myself to you guys is that I have always been extremely frugal. Many people call it cheap, and but frugal, right? No matter how much money I made, I didn't go and spend it. That has been my wife and I's uh, way of living, and we've absolutely crushed it in life, uh, compared to other people. And then compared to other people, we haven't, right? But we never went out and spent it. So I got a little bit of backlash from family and friends that wouldn't understand. And all the while, they were out there blowing money on debt. And I watched a handful of them lose their homes in 2008 and go through issues like that. As a matter of fact, I've seen a lot of my friends live with their parents over, certain times, or live, through their parents' wealth. We didn't have that. Me and my wife did not have that luxury. And so it was just us. If we couldn't pay our bills, we couldn't go to our parents. And we couldn't go live with them. As a matter of fact, I tried to live with my in-laws or in their extra house for like 3 weeks during a transition of selling one house and another. And they're like, no, you're on your own. I'm like, oh man. So point is that it was always me and Mrs. Ninja taking care of our family for us, right? We had to be the adults. We didn't get to go run to other people. So we were always frugal. We were always saving. And no matter how much money I had in the bank account, if there was something I really wanted, I just didn't go out and get it. And it's just been recently that I've started to do that because the investments we made a long time ago have done really well. And there's been some amazing deals. We went out and bought some things. Well, with this transition in my life, and taking this leave of absence, we don't need as many cars. I think, what we got, like 5 cars right now. We don't need as many of them. And so it was a hard decision between the Kia and a Hyundai. I know. You guys are like, thought this guy was an economic ninja. He's talking about driving a Hyundai and Kia, but I really like Kias. And so we decided to sell one. And the reason why is because I believe the top is in. And now I've been telling you for months that used car prices are falling off a cliff. And what I've been telling, and people just don't get it. A lot of people don't understand. They go, Ninja, no. I go to my local car dealer and they're still record prices. I've taught courses about time delays before, time lags with human emotion and how it affects commercial pricing of any kind of object, right? And with cars, the prices are falling at the auctions. So the dealers are getting them cheaper, but they have not marked them down yet because there are still crazy people out there paying exorbitant rates and prices for cars. So my wife thought about it the other day and she goes, man, we don't really need all these cars. And, let me call some dealers up. And sure enough, the dealer in our local town offered a good clip of money for a car that we bought brand new a couple years ago, brand spanking new, and we could pretty much recover almost all of our money. And it's funny because I'm going to go out today and I'll tell you how it goes. I'm going to make a couple calls to extended dealerships, right? And I have a feeling the closer I get to a metropolitan area, we're going to see much lower offers because there's more competition. But the guy here only knows this market, right? And so he's offering high prices. I told you the story the other day of when I went in to go buy no, I didn't go to buy a Corvette. I'm waiting for the crash. But I went to go look at Corvettes because there's a handful of cars on my bucket list. And I love it when you guys put in the comment section what your favorite car is, your dream car that you want to buy during this next crash is. I went to one dealer, test drove it. We actually did a video recording in the car. I just hadn't posted it yet. And they're selling them for MSRP, right? You go build it at the factory, you order it, boom. I went down the street and they said it's $40,000 over MSRP. This was just a couple weeks ago. So pretty impressive. Thank you so much, our car. I really appreciate that. So my point being is this is, I believe, the top where you're about to see even the dealers in these small towns like where I live start to have to drop their price. The local Kia dealer, no inventory, right? This Hyundai dealer we're going to go to and sell the Hyundai back to them, very little inventory. As a matter of fact, they have more used cars that they're selling than new products because those two dealers, Hyundai and Kia, have been very slow to replenish new autos back into America. All right, so they're hurting. That's a totally different dynamic. You cannot judge the Korean automakers right now against Japanese. Well, Toyota is actually sort of in the same boat. Toyota is just, I think, a basket case with their pricing. And I think, honestly, people that have always been, like my family, my in-laws have always been staunch Toyota buyers, need to wake up and get, knocked over the head and go, I think it's time to go change dealers because Toyota is just absolutely insane with their pricing too. But there are people that are so devoted to them and they don't understand that there's other cars, coming up the ranks that are great cars built wonderfully because a lot of people from Toyota builders went over these other car companies. Sorry, I digress. But my point being is this: the car we can sell back right now and hold for just a period of time. And I believe, and I'm going to put my money on the line. You can see this. Timestamp this video, this live stream, and hit the thumbs up if you think I'm wrong. Hit the thumbs down if you think I'm right. Wait a minute, hold on. I don't want to do that. I could totally. What do I? Thumbs up if you're right. Thumbs down if you're wrong. But oh yeah. If you hit the thumbs down button, it's a big YouTube trick. Maybe people don't know this. You hit the thumbs down button once. You hit it second time to send it to YouTube. So you just make sure they get the message. I'm going to put my money on the line. We're going to sell this car. And Mrs. Ninja's going to hold on to it because she's got a dream car of hers that she'd like. She wants a stick shift and something she can race. You see a whole other channel coming out from that one. But, she wants to get a new car. And so she goes, okay, we're going to sell it.
Let's get the old YouTubes in there. Hello, YouTube family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We've got a handful of people in here already. TikTok people, go ahead and check in. I will come back to you. I'll make the text bigger. Everybody deserves a good shout out. To my YouTube family, Miss Melody, first. Viking Queen, good morning. Good to see you, girl. Bradley Collins, star. We're glad to see you. We're glad to see you. You should spend more time in the Discord, though. Celia, good morning. RC, good morning. Debbie, good morning. Connie Mensch, who will be omnipresent if I know this lady. Good morning. What do we got going over here? We got good morning, Covey. Covey's one of our Patreons, yes. What the frackin' is checking in with a big shaka bra. Let's see here. Boy Scout, shut up. Good to go. Blue Tune, good morning. Good morning from Phoenix. Charles, good morning, Charles. I don't recognize you, but good morning to you. Angel is popping in. Tina popped in. Good morning. Let's see here. What the frackin'. that Case of the Mondays. Oh, no, that's not good. Nobody likes a case of the Mondays. Man, why is my coffee not hot? I might have to heat that up when we're playing a video today. All right, so let's go get right into it, guys. Lots of hellos. I'm new to your stream. Good, Charles. Good to see you. Make sure that you follow or whatever it may be. Good news for us, bad news for Charles. Good morning from Biloxi, Mississippi. Good up. What's up, Poker Hunter? Linda Castor, good morning. Bob Peta showed up. Good morning. All right, so quick admin notes for my TikTok followers. As of January 1st, I will no longer be transmitting live streams on TikTok. I'm not leaving forever, but I'm not going to be doing any more live streams on TikToks. If you want to follow my live streams, you'll have to go to my YouTube page, and that is the link in the bio. Go find it, because that's where I'll be. Also, for those new to the channel, if you want to see what we're actually talking about instead of just listening, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, because I'm actually on YouTube right now. Ha ha! Good morning, West Virginia, Pappy. Good morning, Linda. Let's see. Dog and Ball showed up. Haley showed up. Nice, nice. I love it. Good stuff. Sorry, you're not late. We're just saying good morning, Dog and Ball. You're right on time. You're right on time. Prepper Cat is going crazy. The dog has had its bath. She actually kind of enjoyed it. Now she's just kind of like sleeping in the sun in the back. Let's see here. Okay, so let me get I'm going to be sitting up for this so I can stay in the camera's view, because if I lean back in my chair, it's like a lounger, and I'll just go to sleep. All right, let's see. So let's go ahead and kick this off. Let me get the first thing lined up. I mean, and I've got a few things fired up here, but I think that on the prepper side, we need to talk about some. There are a lot of current events that are happening that will directly affect prepperdom, prepperdom, Americans in general. I've got this little sucker fired up right here, and one of the big things that we're seeing right now is some organized crime. They call it ORC, or organized retail crime. Now here's the magic. We probably see Hoover Dam is drying up. Yep. I mean, it's all the water's drying up, Covey. That's why you got to store that shit, man. You got to get some 55-gallon containers and start storing that water and treating it right and taking care of it. And then one day it'll take care of you. And actually, I've been thinking about the whole water situation in Las Vegas. Nobody's really been talking about it because they were talking about Deadpool scenario, and I haven't heard anything about it, which is really weird. I mean, did God dump a bunch of rain on that place that we don't know about? It's kind of weird. Okay, so like I said, I've got this fired up here. It is called organized retail crime, and what basically happens is you've got groups that are going in and they'll just ransack a store. So let's go ahead and take a listen to this on the TikTok side. And if you can't hear it right, you should probably be on the YouTube side.
Retailers are gearing up for a busy holiday shopping season. A
Move
new
you closer
threat,
to it.
however, is also coming. Rising crime. Fox Business's Jeff Flock is
The
live
volume
at
on this is
Jackson
all
Premium
maxed out
Outlets
already,
in New
guys.
Jersey this morning, which was victim to an organized shoplifting ring. Jeff.
Huge this Christmas season, Maria. Yes, this organized retail theft is becoming a huge deal. Indeed, a big bust here
Morning,
in
JDM.
Jackson at the Premium Outlets Mall. They got these guys based in Baltimore. They were hitting stores all across the Northeast. You know, retail theft has become huge. It approached last year $100 billion in retail theft. But it was up a little bit from the previous year, but it's organized retail crime, what they call ORC in the industry, that is really on the rise, about 26%. We've got some pictures from the Retail Industry Leaders Association of some of the stuff that people have been stealing and have been seized in these busts. You know, this is organized
Dog and Ball says,
crime.
yep,
It's
it
not
happens all the
people
time
that
at
are hungry
Cabela's.
that are going in and stealing some food or a piece of clothing because they don't have anything to wear. This is an organized crime ring that goes out and hires people to go out and steal specific items that they can then
make sure you hit
sell
that bell,
on the
like,
internet.
subscribe,
You know,
hit that bell for
hire
notifications.
somebody that can, you know, maybe a $20, they'll give them 20 cents for a box of aspirin to steal it, and then they sell it for, you know, half the cost on the internet. It's a great business model. Who's being hit? Well, drugstores like Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, food stores like Kroger, Best Buy, and Target specifically. I know you reported last week, Maria, on the CFO from Target on the earnings call, saying they lost $400 million more this year than last year to theft. And I quote him when he said, they're not alone across the retail industry, seeing a trend that is increasingly worse in the last 12 to 16 or to 18 months, last year and a half or so. What does it cost? Well, apparently now for every $1 billion of sales, you get about $700,000 or so in retail theft.
Wow.
That apparently now, Maria, is the cost of doing business. To you.
Unbelievable. So sad. Jeff, thanks very much. Jeff Flock in New Jersey this morning.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, with that equates to a 30% loss in profits, and they'll just push that back onto the on the consumer. So, okay, not really much to talk about there. I just thought you guys should be aware of that, especially if you're out Christmas shopping during the holiday season. You go to some of these big malls, where Boy Scout works, and well, you just got to be aware of it. You just got to be aware of it. All right, a little bit of irony that was announced this morning. I watched the crew clean out an Apple store this morning. That is absolutely crazy. But getting back on point, Switzerland could ban electric vehicles during this energy crisis. Say it isn't so. Now, I'm not going to play this video because I literally just wanted to pull it up so we could laugh at it a little bit. I don't think that they've done the analysis. I don't think that they've, worse. Here's what I do think. I think that they did the analysis. They realized that this won't work, but they're going to push it anyway because their mission statement in life is to double down, and when that doesn't work, double down on that. So, like, unlike, and relike. Yes, Tina, thank you very much on the YouTube side. Let's go ahead and smash the algorithm. Please like, unlike, and then relike. I know, it's 3 little clicks in your entire life, but it helps out the channel, so it's appreciated. But I do think it's kind of hilarious that Swiss officials are bracing for an energy crisis this winter, and with planned blackouts. So they're basically saying, hey, all you energy guys, electric cars, you can't use them anymore. What are you prepping for? Mine is a major economic crash. That is my major prep wish horse. It pretty much covers everything. But, I am in the business now of being basically I'm a professional prepper. I mean, I'm a retired Marine. This is what I do. Your name looks familiar, but not super familiar. So, the reality is that if you are not preparing for the economy to do some really wonky stuff, then you're going to have a bad day. All right, so let's see here. We're going to move on to some interesting stuff here that should scare your panties off. UK and Ukraine to collaborate on digital ID. Well, isn't that special? Gee, what could be so great about that? Apparently, in Ukraine, they've signed a digital trade deal with the UK, and one of the stipulations is that they develop this digital trade agreement that they develop digital IDs. Ooh, isn't that special? Because see, they've kind of been doing it for a while now. Oh, that doesn't look scary at all, guys. I mean, oh man, everybody gets their own little fancy little badge they can carry around on their phone, and because governments would never do anything nefarious with that information, and they would never ask a private company to give them that data so that they could use it to make things better, to help the world. They would never do anything like that, But yeah, apparently that's what's happening, We're not going to look at that. That's crap. This is all crap. The next one is the one that's really, really cool. Let's see here. The U.S. federal government spent $5 million on software to turn citizens into online misinformation responders. You got recruited and you didn't even know it. It's kind of scary. And not super cool in any way, shape, or form. Journalism group Hack/Hacker was awarded $5 million by the National Science Foundation to develop software that would encourage ordinary Americans to warn their friends and family about misinformation in their online speech. Users of the software would confront alleged misinformation by replying with text recommended by the software. Yep, 1984 is alive. It's alive and well. Waiting for the big screen of rah, rah, rah. I hear they're putting one up down in the town, so, maybe they'll get some support that way. And let's see. Hacks to Hackers has been tasked with developing an analysis and response toolkit for trust called ART, A-R-T-T, a suite of expert-informed resources. Basically the guys that tell you what to say, that are intended to provide guidance and encouragement to individuals and communities as they address contentious or difficult topics online. The NSF group said in an October 24 article, according to the video demonstration of the software, the tool will tell users if a social media post is harmful and if it suggests relevant responses through tailored response examples or templates. that users can copy and paste as responses. It's just crazy. Jan Kendall, do I not look relaxed to you? Please tell me how I don't look relaxed. It's a Monday. I'm prepared for this stuff. I don't have a problem. Burp. Burp. There we go. Just gonna beat you to the punch. Let's see. Twitter new owners has released info regarding the old owners illegal and unconstitutional. Yes, that was number one in the queue, Covey. And I actually stayed up and watched the live release of all that information from Twitter. Incredibly intelligent the way Mr. Musk did that. But here's the thing. It doesn't have anything to do with us right now. It's something we could talk about later. Maybe we can do it in a group setting, with like-minded individuals. But it falls right up there in with the reason that I'm leaving TikTok, and which I've discussed several times. And if you don't know, then shoot me a message and I'll tell you why. Let's see here. But this whole misinformation thing is 4 days a week. What? Fox News and CNN are both talking about 4-day work weeks in the USA. Outer Limits, it's been and welcome to the channel. I don't recognize your name. It's been working in Europe for, I don't know, about 20 years. It is a thing, but the reality is that they still require their workers to work. They're not like, oh, I think I need to chill. It's just and the memes are coming out already. It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. And here's the thing: it's all deflection, man. It's all distraction. It's just, hey, what's up, Megan? It's Megan. It's me again. It's me. There you go. It's me again. It's been proven a 4-day work week is more productive. I don't know about that. I think we built the greatest country on the planet on a 5-day work week. So it is what it is. Let's see. Productivity is normally based on motivation, and if people are more motivated for time off than they are to actually get the job done, then they're kind of not the employees that you want. Anyway, so wanted to let you guys know about ART. It's guided responses. It's based on psychology and conflict resolution and media literacy. Literacy. I mean, who really wants to be media literate? All right, what do we got here? But anyway, so ART does exist. If you're interested, you can message me or just look it up yourself. Jordan, good morning. You're not in Moore County, are you, Jordan? I hope not, because we're going to be talking about that here in a little while. Let's see. Oh, fact checkers. No fact checkers. Here's an interesting one right here. Let's talk about this one very, very briefly. This one is web browsers. I got to move this away from this thing so I can see my whole screen here. Major web browsers drop mysterious authentication company after ties to U.S. military contractor exposed. What does this mean? It's actually very, very convoluted, but it's also very important, okay? And then you might want to take your tinfoil hat on this one because you have to reach a little bit. You have to reach well outside of the realm of trust. All right, so TrustCore Systems provided certificates to browsers, to Mozilla Firefox and Microsoft Edge, which vouched for the legitimacy of said websites. Certificate authorities have highly trusted roles in the internet ecosystem, and is unacceptable for a CA to be closely tied through ownership and operation to a company engaged in the distribution of malware. Now, what are they talking about? According to TrustCore's Penniman registered records, the company has the same slate of officers, agents, and officers as the Arizona-based Packet Forensic. It's the same company, guys, which has sold communication interception services to the U.S. government for over a decade. Isn't that special? One of those contracts listed the place of performance as Fort Meade, Maryland, and the home of the National Security Agency and the Pentagon Cyber Command. So basically, this little company said, I'll just make another little company and we'll sell stuff. And oh, by the way, yeah, trust us. Use our certificates. Yes, trusted. Hint, hint, not trusted. We'll talk to you later, Covey. Mommy I don't know what that 7 is. Whatever. Don't know what that means. Let's see here. Tina, liked, unliked, and okay, we're good. We're good. So the YouTubers are just listening. That's my adults over there. These are my non-responsive listening adults. So here's the thing. You got a company, and it builds and sells software to the U.S. government that is based on communication interception services. Spyware. Isn't that special? And they're the same company that are making certificates. Don't see anything wrong with that. Nothing to see here, guys. Let's see. Bradley Collins says, I do for and the highest level of military government, we will say. When I worked for them, because I worked in one state and lived in another, I literally, and this was as a government contractor, I worked Monday through Friday, but I would work 16 hours a day. I think it was like 16 hours, something like that. No, it was 12 hours a day. Yes. Basically, I would work 4 days straight from sun up to sundown. And then on Friday morning, I would go back to the office, check in, and make sure that everything was the way it was supposed to be. And then boop, I would start driving to the other state. So basically, I work 4 hours a day or 4 days a week. Now, it can be done, but it's all about effort. The people that are pushing the four-day work week are the same people that are talking about namaste, green drink, and Pilates. These are not serious people. If there was any serious study behind this, you would quickly find that the people who actually work for a living probably would not mind it, but they would also be like, okay, so our business is global or international, and that means that you would literally not have people working on 3 out of the 7 days of a week, and that's not good for business. What's up, Deanna? Good morning. Did McAfee install malware on laptops he donated? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Let's see. Oh, great. Here he goes with the word, again, calling us adults. Suck it up, Buttercup. Okay, so, yeah, just a little tidbit story there. All right, I think we're trudging right along here. You guys are hanging out. The numbers are great. I mean, if you're on the TikTok side, if you guys cranked it up to 5K, I would appreciate that. And YouTube side, obviously, you've hit that button 3 times. Not 2 times, not 1 time, but 3 times. And while you're doing that, hopefully this damn thing works. I've been having some technical issues. I'm going to push this button.
The next 3 weeks, Christmas, probably a good time to watch that movie. Gather around, family. Times are going to be tough. Tell that to your kids. Never worked for my kids. They're like, give me gift. Like, you don't get it. And job cuts soar 120%. No, I lied. 127% in November. Guess December is going to be looking good. November, and we got Amazon, we have FedEx, DoorDash, all jobs. Bye-bye. Also, I got kind of a leaked memo. I mean, not really. You know, when you guys send me stuff and you're like, hey, so I work for Blackstone. You may want to take a look at this. We have an advisor guide. We have prepared the following to help conversations with your clients so they don't freak out and dive out of Windows, which currently is beating your savings account. And I paused this at a really bad time. I am sorry, Wall Street. Well, she is not Wall Street. She is Bloomberg. So let's say goodbye to that and say hello to you not getting your Christmas bonus. Well, you just have your own business and you won't really have to worry about that. Wall Street banks to slash bonuses up to 30% as slowdown just getting started. Currently is flying in the face of, well, with a pie, the market's great, everything's good. No, stop yourself. Investment bankers will likely be hit the hardest with their bonuses slashed by as much as a third as banks brace for revenues to plummet more than what? Half, 50% in 2023. And job cuts surge 127% in November as companies brace for economic
this morning we saw
downturn.
consumer confidence. It took another dip, and it might have been the reason we saw the market.
Oh, consumer confidence. We still have a shred of that left. Also, there was you know what? They had a really cool picture here, and now the picture is gone. I really like this. Oh, but I was able to screen cap it in time because I know a lot of you are like, I see jobs posted all over, like this one. Oh, I'm in the way. Look, can you make out that logo right there? Now hiring at Burger King. It's all over. Denny's. What is this? Probably maybe be a police officer. But guys, the jobs, I don't know. Do you think that's, I don't know, government worker? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, jobs are plentiful, but not the ones that can actually get you out of mom's basement. And I think what most of these people figured out, maybe they haven't figured out yet, you go to a job, you clock in, you clock out, you stress all year, your whole life, and you're like, I'm not even surviving. So that's when you're like, F it, going back to mom's basement. Can you believe back in the day when they implemented minimum wage? That supposedly, I could be wrong on this, but one dude could handle his whole family on a minimum wage. But the problem with monetary systems is that it is like musical chairs. Every day a new chair gets removed, and where are you gonna sit? Oh, I will sit homeless. The good news is, woo, you subscribe. Thank you so much. That's like a squirrel when it runs by my screen. The good news is you've subscribed to my channel. So I'm gonna help you, teach you, which I'll show you in just a second, how to move money so you don't have to be like that. Or you could be the person, not this guy, maybe behind the booth that owns a business that hires people. Like right now, if you have a lot of wealth and it's just sitting in cash, you're cuckoo. Especially when you have a yield, which I'll show you in a second, almost 5%. And you're letting it just sit in the savings account, earning 0? So I have a big question. Why do you see a gigantic line right there for Burger King? That's the line I want to understand. But before I forget, because I'm going to forget, look at this. Crescent Bank is offering a CD at almost 5%. Huh? You just going to let your money sit there? Or you could just pop. And I wonder how many crypto bros lives I have saved on this channel when you're like, that's an interesting way of looking at it. Maybe I should trust this guy. The amount of money that people lost, that is just crazy. Trillions. Blackstone, here we go again. We have analysts. And Reuters always, look at this. That's a great, I fixed it. I fixed the toolbar. Blackstone, REITs, restriction, a possible warning for what? Yeah, the markets. The markets that you just got a warning in crypto when they're like, yeah, you wanted to get your money out? Oh, you know what? We're sorry about that. You can't. We're having technical difficulties. And now what's happening in the banking crypto market is coming over here to our regular banking market. Like, I'd like to get my money out, please. And now you have Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust. You know, if they have the word trust in there, you probably should be careful. The advisor guide. We have prepared the following guide to help conversations with your clients. Step 1. Don't panic. I mean, let's make it through Christmas. Everyone makes their money. After Christmas, after the Fed, it's like, oh, okay, we've ran out of everything. And even right now, it's not, in regular retail, it's dismal. I know everyone's like, everyone's going online. Yeah, online is up about, what, 1% to 2% from last year? Come on. And as Amazon shrinks, some workers' last days come 2 days before Christmas. We'll wait till after Christmas. And here, let me highlight the quote. Jassy told employees the cuts would continue through 2023 and 2024 and 2025. You know there must be something wrong when FedEx to furlough drivers just as Christmas season begins? What the frack? And talk about the dysfunction when it comes to jobs. I know I have 6 kids. One of them, it's like, she works at Amazon. Oh, great. Okay. She's also a barista. Oh, she also does DoorDash. Well, one of my kids does. It's like all over. Everyone has like 12 different jobs. I remember back in the day, that was unheard of. You wouldn't think for a second. You're like, wow, you work a lot. No, not really. I work like 7 hours here, 3 hours here, 4 hours there. Then the government goes, look at the jobs. Look at these job numbers. No. One person has like 5. Make that 4, since DoorDash, it looks like they're laying off employees. 1,250 employees. Oh, bravo. It's not that bad, man. I go walk around. Everything looks normal. Just think about this for 1 second. Just take the tech sector. Tech's reality check. How the industry lost 7.4. That word isn't a billion. That's not a million. That's a trillion. That's like US GDP. Let me just fact check myself. This is how ridiculously horrible it is. We take in, on average, 4 and 2. That's 6. Round up. $7 trillion. We tax the people. This number says 7.4 trillion in 12 months. This number says that's what we collect. That's all. That's all we got. It's our everything. That was not the story. That was not the story. We're getting there. I know, the last tab. There we go. And more of this to come. Job cuts. Tech firm lays off 120,000 workers. Meta, is it still around? Twitter and Amazon cut staff. And this is all part of the master plan. That's what you do. I mean, when you have the Fed and they have the words to control these booms and crashes. Boom. Yeah, boom, good. Crash, not so good. Crash looks like it's behind me. And we will see if I get this one right, where they implement the digital dollar, taking away the rights of the people, and the people, the lemmings, are just going to go right off the cliff and they won't even know what happened to them. But remember, at the end of the day, just with all of their shenanigans, take advantage of it. And I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, so we actually had a couple of questions. Is my sound good? My sound is good. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, excuse me. I burnt the hell out of myself. Penny, no, it's not time. Go lay down. Okay, so let's see here. Why not TikTok in January? Outer Limits Seeker is asking. Because TikTok has problems that go well beyond the term of service, that are not conducive to people who live stream and say things that might trigger some. TikTok is not a good place for people who are adults. TikTok is a place where you get your daily dose of you're blowing. I can't remember the name of the chemical. No, it's not endorphins. It's something else. Dopamine. That's all TikTok is. If you didn't know that, that's all it is. All right, let's see here. There you go. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. And then me, I'm going to probably say Draken. Okay. I'm not saying that out loud, Draken. All right, here we go. And then I'm going to say your name wrong because I don't. Me Bainer Realtor. Me Bain Realtor. Me Bain Realtor. Anyway, I'm starting to sound like Me Bain. As asking, looks like a she picture. Good morning. What are your thoughts on the vandalism on the electrical substation in Moore County, North Carolina? Let's see. Have the adult now child mentality, just saying. To an extent. Let's see. Short E. Still not getting it, but that's okay. Thank you for trying to clarify. All right, so what the realtor lady was talking about, if you guys are not aware, this came across the wire yesterday. Basically Moore County, North Carolina, state of emergency was a state of emergency. Oh, that's quite the post. That's quite the post. And I'm just going to go ahead and change your screen. Best of wishes. You clearly have no idea what you're talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, state of emergency was declared within the county of North Carolina, Moore County, North Carolina. Apparently there were two, not just one, but two power stations that were targeted. Hey, what's up, Daddy Warbucks? And they were targeted. This was not random. This was not vandalism. You just don't go, hey, let's go shoot up a power station and see what happens. Woohoo, that's cool. There's another one down the road. Let's go do that one. You know, these were targeted. Why? The who's, the whys. No one's going to know for a long time. But the problem is this is infrastructure, and someone was sick of paying Duke. Well, yeah, Duke Energy will rip you off in a heartbeat. I'm glad I never lived in a town where Duke ran the show. Co-ops are the best. Anywho, so they actually had to put a curfew in place, and it's not cool. It's not cool. But here's the thing. I bring this up not to be, I don't know why you said stupidity, but I'm going to show it anyway, Star. Let's see here. TikTok, I mean. Gotcha, Star. But anyway, so Moore County, North Carolina, two power transfer sites or relay stations were targeted. I mean, you kind of have to know what you're going after, too. And there's already some videos out there by a couple of other prepper-related or prepper YouTube developers that are trying to do armchair analysis. I'm not going to waste anybody's time with that, because all that is playing the I think this is what happened, when they have no more information than I just gave you. Let's see here. Boop. Let's go ahead and push this button, and let's push this button and hear it from the voice from the horse's mouth.
Happening right now, more than 30,000 people in Moore County are in the dark after several substations were struck by gunfire.
The county has now declared a state of emergency as those residents face the December cold, and it could be days before the lights come back on.
Anna Rivera's live in Moore County for us with the latest on this. Anna, good morning.
Hey, what's up, KK? Good to see you.
Good morning, Barbara and Anthony.
Switzerland.
This is where some Moore County residents will be waking
We were
up
just talking
this
about
morning
Switzerland early and then
likely
banning
for several
EVs.
mornings for the rest of the week. Duke Energy officials say that power may not be restored to everyone until Thursday. So let's catch you up on everything with the latest developments that we have so far. Right now, more than 33,000 people are without power. Moore County Sheriff Ronnie Fields confirms the damage to two power substations was caused by gunfire, leaving behind millions of dollars worth of damage. Now, because of this widespread outage, almost all of the schools in the county are still without power. So there will be no school today for students and staff, and there will be an announcement later today on whether or not they'll return tomorrow. Now, in the meantime, people who live here are left in the dark and cold.
We've got blankets and things to sleep under. It's just the fact that we don't have any water. We used all of our sanitation gel and everything today.
Water?
So tomorrow we got to get somewhere where we can get some sanitation gel and clean up a little bit. But being without water is worse than, not having lights or anything.
Now, until power is restored, the sheriff says there will be a nightly curfew that begins at 9 p.m. and ends at 5 a.m. every day. Also, keep in mind that the largest hospital in this area says that they are running on a generator, but they are operating fully right now. Back to you guys.
Okay, so a couple of things. Let's see. Hopefully that doesn't start to replay itself. I'm going to just go ahead and close that so it doesn't do that. All right, so a couple of things. Some say it was done to stop a drag show. I don't know about that. Let's see. I'm surprised it hasn't been sooner. I don't know why you would say that, Deliberate Ponding. I remember you. Alpha Clark, how have you been? I've been good. So why do they power besides residential? Generator, battery bank, water well, and food. Good. Excellent, KK. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Matter of fact, while I have you, KK, if you, I will not be on TikTok live streams as of January 1st. I'd like to see you over on my YouTube page. Go ahead and go to the link in my bio, find my YouTube page, and then like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, and you'll be able to hang out with us. I think YouTube's a better format for international stuff anyway. I hope it wasn't a practice run. Yeah, Sean, I saw a couple of developers this morning were talking about that. But, a lot of people don't know this because they don't pay attention. There was some time in the past where the bad people were used. I'm not going to say how they did it, but we'll just say that they use things that you can buy from a store that fly. They were attaching things to them and then flying them into things that would make your power go out. The feds were involved. There's investigations. They tracked it all the way back to Best Buy someplace, and yeah. So our infrastructure has always been under attack in some way, shape, or form. But here's the thing: why? You have to ask yourself the question, and we'll never get the answer. Why target such a large area? They had to have known exactly what they were doing. And they took an entire county down. Remember the list or not to? I don't. Hey, Cowboy, I haven't seen you in a while. Remember the list Joe Biden posted of not to do? No, I don't remember anything like that. But I don't prescribe to practice run, because all that's going to happen is that they'll push things, they'll start to federalize things just like the way they tried to federalize the rail system, but obviously Congress got involved, so no emergency powers were required. But it's like why would they do this kind of thing? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you're not going to ruck up and start doing security patrols around the local power station. That is not what you're going to be doing, okay? For a myriad of reasons. But what you are going to need to do is you are going to do something called lessons learned. What was learned from that little video that I showed you? Okay, well, the power went out for an entire county. The most powerful man or person in an entire county in the United States is the sheriff. He is an elected official, but he has authority well beyond the mayor, well beyond the city council or prefect. This person is the man when it comes to determining how people live as far as the rule of law and exercising emergency powers. He doesn't even have to wait for the city council. He can just do it. And more than likely, obviously, phone calls were made, things like that. But the reality is it's within his power. So that happened. And that's kind of unique to the situation. The other thing that happened down on our level is very simple. Water doesn't move in a city unless the power's on. It's that easy. What's really scary is that, all those water towers, the general idea is that those water towers are constantly being topped off by a pump. So you've got that lady. She's basically our witness. All right. I hope it's just a guy trying to get out of his honey-do list. I won't ruck around substations, but I'll sit in my truck with thermals. Have fun with that. I still don't believe you. Anywho, so why the water stop moving? Well, the easy answer is that because the power wasn't on. But okay, so let's go down the rabbit hole. Well, what happened to the emergency generator that's supposed to be hooked to those water towers? You should probably get about 3 days within your particular area out of one of those water towers is what you should get. But mysteriously, the water stopped running. That should not have happened because the last time I checked, gravity didn't stop working, and that's how those towers actually work. So, I think Moore County might have a bigger problem than they think they have. I would also think that the people of Moore County ought to be looking into this just a little bit closer, because a lot of bad things happen just because the power went out when only that one thing, that one you don't have power, should have been the problem. Can't the sheriff assign deputies as see fit? Yes, the sheriff has the lawful authority to deputize deputies anytime he wants to. I'm pretty sure all sheriffs do have that power. And I'm sure it probably falls under some of his emergency powers. I can't speak for all of the different emergency powers of a sheriff or the requirements of a municipality or county government. What I can tell you is that generally speaking, they do have the authority to appoint or deputize citizens in emergency situations, because most states require you to have some kind of state law enforcement academy certification prior to being a law enforcement officer. So my friend lives there, and I'm taking her a generator today. I will get her for not being prepared. There you go. Get her online, lady. Get her online. The other thing to learn from this is that they're talking about extended power. Go lay down. Let's see here. So, thank you, Prazzer. Prazzer the Rocker. Prazzer the Rocker. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for answering and clarification. No problem, Tiffel. Tiff-L, the true. Let's see here. Good morning, Hicktown, honey. Good to see you. I am laying down. Good. You sound exhausted. Good night. But so they're talking about an extended power outage, and this is kind of important because we all know about the 3-day rule. People start to get a little wonky. On the first day, it's like, hey, whatever, it'll all come back up soon. On the second day is, hey, this super sucks. We might need to do this, this, and this. On the third day, oh boy, So how much diesel is the local warm 11 o'clock, which is her out time? Her bladder is on a 3-day clock or a 3-day timer, and this is my life. I'm the butler for a cat and the hospice for a dog. Mebane is a town in North Carolina where I sell homes. Gotcha. Well, I've never heard of it. You must be up on the west side. I do not know. Looks like YouTube is having some issues that don't seem to be issues. I spent most of my time on the coast of North Carolina. Cherry Point, New River, Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, Morehead City, that kind of thing. People should practice with no power to a climate. Yes, that's true. That's true. But they should prepare in general and then practice to find the holes in their plans. You're talking about, all the stores have no power. The gas stations have no power. This is a very serious issue that no one really seems to be talking. It's people should be going wacko, because the articles that I read on this that actually discuss the equipment that they have to replace, it's no bueno. It's not like they're just going to throw a couple of trucks in there and put some guys on the lines and do this and do that, and this is very, very serious for these people. How about we round up and eliminate the fascists that did it? That's possible. The problem is it's an inside job. No one's going to believe a user TikTok person number 826-3749-327858. No one's going to believe you because you have a TikTok prison number. Take a few minutes out of your life, change your name so that we can have an adult and educated conversation with somebody who other than, make my kiddos do it once a month so they don't melt down when it happens. Oh, that's cool. I like that, Willow. Let's see. So no one shot at it. These are just electrical machines. No, they did. Apparently, they actually knew what to target and shot at very, very specific targeted pieces or pieces of equipment, you know. Yeah, Tuffle. That's what I call people that don't take. It's like, I'm going to set up I care so much about TikTok. I care more about people hearing what I have to say than what they have to say back to me, so I can stay anonymous and never get a thumbnail, never put any effort into it. And so, yeah, it's just a TikTok prison number. Let's see here. I have 8 minutes left. And somebody asked, and we're going to talk about some prepper stuff here, but I wanted to talk about that more thing very specifically because it brings to light basically a grid down SHTF situation, or a grid down that will turn into an SHTF situation. You know, I can see after a couple of days the National Guard might need to come in there. I can see, you know, they're going to have to basically treat this county the same way that they would treat like a Category 5 hurricane rolling through. They've got to bring water in. They've got to bring food. They're probably going to have to set up soup kitchens. They're probably going to have food drop-offs. You know, you're talking about an entire county, Moore County, North Carolina, JSC. So it has to be someone who understands the infrastructure. Possibly. You know, it could have been just somebody who's got a friend that says, you know, he gets drunk with his buddy who works for the power company and he's got a bad attitude, and he's like, hey, you know, the funny thing is that little one up there, you know, you could probably, that little box, that little round thing on the end, you could probably shoot that and take out the entire county. And somebody goes, you know, it will be, not to sound cliche, but it will be very interesting to see if anybody ever gets arrested for doing it. So it's easier to just rob preppers. David, that is literally the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and change your screen because you clearly don't know what you're talking about and you're not interested in adult conversation. Best wishes. Hang around. Maybe you'll learn something. Let's see here. By the way, I live on the Eastern Shore of Virginia. Find me and find out if that's true. But be aware, I only own stock and shovels, and you're the only one who will ever carry it. Best wishes, buddy. All right, let's see here. I think we're about done for the day. We've got 6 minutes. What could we talk about for 6 minutes that would be interesting and prepper related? Ready, go. YouTube, I expect you to type it out first because you have not said squat. You guys have been like Captain Quiet and stuff. Do you feel it's a false flag in North Carolina? No, I do not feel like it's a false flag. Too much damage was done. They're talking no less than 4 days worth of downtime. How long do you think they'll be out of power? They're estimating 4 days. Let's see. What can you put your cash to see you don't lose it if they go to digital currency? Well, if you do go to, they are going to Tim Case. They are going to digital currency. Okay. We don't have to like it, but it's going to happen. And what you'll end up with is you're going to end up with people that will become black market, that will be trading goods. They'll be trading services. There will be people that will not align with that credit system. And that system will come up. You're basically going to end up with the black markets. So what do you need to work in a black market? You need goods and services for a black market to work. So where do you put your money? Well, I mean, physical assets. Not fiscal as in money, but physical assets. Buy things that you need. We don't spend enough money on things that we need, and we spend all sorts of money on things that we want, you know. Do you have an idea on communities? Yeah, my Discord, which I still failed. Okay, go to the link in my bio, find my website, scroll down to Discord, join that community. That will get you started. Silver's always a good option right now. If we go to a digital currency, there's a good chance that silver and gold will go through the roof. All of the other countries that are basically our enemies have been buying up silver and gold like it's cool because they plan on baking their currency on that. Let's see. Antifa are kind of like preppers. No, not in any way, shape, or form. Let's see. Your episode up and MP3 was sent last night. Yes, shameless. It's shameless self-promotion time by It's a Doomsday Podcast. I was actually going to cover that, man. So last night I got interviewed on It's a Doomsday Podcast. It was a good time. It was me, it was Jester, and it was Al. I want to say it's Big Daddy Prep is Al. It was a good time. About an hour's worth of conversation. Hopefully some educational gleaning took place. And it's actually up on his website as well as on YouTube. If you just look for It's a Doomsday Podcast. I think it's separated by it's got spaces instead of all just one word. You can actually watch or listen to it there. You can also find it on Podbean. Let's see. And yes, I do have my MP3 of it, and I'll probably upload it later on today. I just wanted to let yours float for a while, since it is your show. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, what's a prepper? Come on, Sam Corona. Come on. It's in the name. Do you think that there will be more attacks on power stations? I have no idea, Paul. I should just run credit cards up for the preps since the dollar is collapsing. No, do not do that, Chucky. Debt is debt is debt is debt. No one is going to. This is not going to be a Fight Club scenario where they're taking out buildings with, that's not going to happen. Do not get yourself into debt, okay? There's a huge difference between managing your debt and going wacko. That is not going to solve your problems. Man, it doesn't matter. Whatever, dude. Now you're trying to downplay it. Don't try to downplay it, man. I got you. You're good. Let's see here. Debbie says, charge your solar power units, check batteries and flashlights. Absolutely. That's how power works. First rule of Fight Club. What's the first rule of Prepper Club? We don't talk about Prepper Club. Unless you want to, get in the Discord. Link in the bio. Find my website. I really do need to put a link in that link tree to the actual Discord. Okay, I think that that's really going to be it. We're edging up at 11 o'clock, which would be my 1 hour. As usual, the last time I'm going to tell you, martial law taking preps. They're not going to take anybody's preps, bro. They have more shit than you can possibly imagine. They don't need what's in your pantry. Let's see here. Stock up on candles, batteries, hurricane lamps, lamp oil, have plenty of water and filters, good heat sources. Axe. Perfect, Celia. Perfect. Let's see here. Take care. Everybody's taking off. Good. Perfect. Yeah, it's amazing. Now I got 120 people in here, and I got to go. What the hell? So, TikTok people, YouTube people, I will see you guys on the inside. I love you. Got to go. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and I hope you decide to support the page. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it, and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me. The price of a Starbucks coffee. So, until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.